ramp right here.
Sheesh.
Or actually, we could just get in the
talk about breaking
right
tires. Damn. What's going on, everybody? Sorry for sounding a little rushed. Welcome back to the channel, the vlog. Right now, I got something sweet for you. Heading up to the Bronx to go check out a nice little treat for you guys. I got something coming up. Just a little hint. Well, you're gonna see a couple seconds in the video, or the title, the thumbnail, but we talking stroker kit, V10, E60. Now, if y'all don't know, y'all just don't know, but you're about to know because I'm gonna cross over that bridge and we get this review going. All right, guys. What's the fuel economy on this thing?
I'll tell you right now.
Where we at?
10.4.
10 point. God damn it! This is a real car.
The stock one makes like 507 horsepower, brake horsepower, like 390 pound-feet of torque, which is not that much. Like you don't feel it.
Yeah, it's like the V8 M. It's like the V8 M3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Basically the same shit. My old white car was basically just like that. Like you wouldn't, so you can't break the tires loose after second gear on that car. Like it's not, you would think it's fast, but like it only gets fast as you pick up speed. Yeah, exactly. With this one, this is a 5.5 stroker. Yeah. So you're talking an extra 130 horsepower and then an extra 100 pound-foot of torque.
Now, hold on, because I don't think everybody know exactly what a stroker is.
Let me turn it off. So
yeah, exactly. It's loud first. Hold on. Let me get a quick rev before you turn it off. Hold on. Yeah, that's loud.
It has resonators still in. It was a little bit loud, like
but the mufflers are gone.
Mufflers are gone.
Yeah,
it has catless headers too. The only thing that's still on there is the resonator. I did have an X pipe on before, but it was just too damn loud. Like,
I can only imagine. It sounds like a Lambo.
Yeah,
this is what, like a $15,000 Lambo right here?
Basically, I mean, you could pick them up for as little as like $7 grand.
Yeah, but
if you buy like shit ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. With a lot of work getting done to it. Yeah, I did my research last night.
These ones, they'll go from 7 to 45 grand. Like, yeah, the market is retarded. It's like, if they're well sorted, they'll go for money. And then obviously if they have a 6-speed, then it goes for even more.
Yeah, the 6-speed I heard is really rare.
There's only like 1,000, like 1,200 of them.
Because you don't have the SMG problem.
Exactly.
Now have you had any SMG problem?
Yes, so on my white car, I actually had to do the clutch and flywheel, which is expensive. It ends up being at least like $2,000 if you do the job yourself. Because just the flywheel and the clutch.
And you did the job yourself?
Yeah.
Woo, goddamn.
So the shit adds up, regardless. But this one, it came, like, when I got it sent out for the stroker, he built the SMG trans, so it's basically a brand new engine, brand new transmission, brand new differential. Like, all the main components of the car are brand new.
Okay.
And he warranted them.
Okay.
So maybe if you've heard of him, Troy Jupe.
I heard of him only because I seen your page.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only reason I heard of him.
If you know V10s, then he's like the V10 king.
God, okay, got you.
And even with the newer M5 and M6s, they're starting to blow motors too. So he's starting to take, they have rods going out on them too.
High mileage or just
there was one at 18,000 miles and then one at 60. So it's like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's more so I think on oil.
Yeah.
Like if you keep like you got to check it like the oil levels because it does burn.
This
oil.
thing burns oil like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
This and the M3. I just put an LSD in my car.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen in the rear view. That's how I was able to swing out.
Makes sense.
It's actually a lot easier to drift with
It drives
LSD.
much better too, I guess.
It's so much better.
Yeah, it changes the whole car.
Yeah, I just broke the 500-mile break-in.
Yeah.
Did you do that or no?
No, I mean I had a break-in the whole drive back from. So I actually went to Michigan and just drove the car back. Picked it up.
Yeah.
So that was my break-in period. It was like 1,000 miles back.
Shit, man, I like this, man. I like this.
So,
something different from the F chassis. You're never gonna see a V10 again.
Yeah, I mean, and one, it's not even a regular V10. So as I was saying before, this one actually has a shit ton of torque, unlike the other regular V10s. So this is more so like you're talking at the engine, like around 510 pound-foot of torque. And horsepower-wise, he was telling me like roughly 630 to 640 at the motor, which for a naturally aspirated car is a lot because it hits at the whole time.
End zone numbers almost.
Because it's not lag, no lag whatsoever. You're constantly getting that power, and the power delivery is always like it's linear, so you're always getting it, and it just feels more faster than like a 640 horsepower turbo car.
This car came with a 5-liter V10 stock.
5-liter V10, 507 horsepower. I think it's like 383 pound-feet of torque,
and basically
makes max power at like 7,500, like close to 8,000.
Way up top.
Yeah,
way
so it's
up
not.
Top.
So if you're getting in the car, like just for regular driving, like you're maybe in like 4th, 5th, even 7th gear, and you're about to pass somebody, you would have to downshift. You know what I mean? Take 5, go to the 5th or 4th gear,
and then go ahead and get up on it.
Since it's SMG, it takes a little bit of time. Like the 8-speed auto is much. So that auto box is much faster than the shifting in this.
Yeah, but I heard this feels. This one feels dope.
It snaps.
It's like a Lamborghini Aventador. Yeah.
So it does. When you're at full throttle, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you're just cruising around town, it has like a lurch.
It's clunky. It's real clunky.
So, I mean, but it does have character. You know what I mean? It makes it interesting.
Yeah, that's what I want to go for because shifting in this is effortless.
And
you just hit it, brop, and it's gone.
Exactly.
This right here is like.
It's a show.
Like you feel it. You feel it's like it's.
So the BBS rims, I mean, honestly, I wasn't so sure of how they would look in first. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not on my white car. I had it just the OEM rims, powder coated black, the white on black look, like a Panda look. It looked good. The only thing with this one was I got a really good deal on it. These sticker for around like $5,600, and that's without tires. And I actually picked these up for $3,800 with tires. With tires for $3,800. Yeah, so it was a no-brainer to get them. So the car is actually on BC Racing coilovers. The last car I had was on H&R Springs. So if you want a little comparison as to which one to get, I would say you're better off getting the coilovers because if you do the springs, most likely you're gonna have to do the shocks right after. And the shocks on these cars are really expensive. So the shocks and springs end up being more than the actual coilovers. So you might as well just do the coilovers.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the handle's better. And now you get the
How do you like the BCs though? You like them?
BC's all right. I do want to make it a little bit stiffer. I'm like playing around with the settings. It's for now it's fine. It actually rides better than the springs, like the H&R lowering springs. So it rides better than that. Other than that, I mean, I powder coated the front calipers. I couldn't get around doing the back. They're pretty small, surprisingly. Can't even see that. As for exhaust, like I told you, it's basically straight pipe besides the resonator. Like this car has the OEM headers, but they're catless at the end. So he cuts off the end of it, puts a straight pipe, and then puts a thermal wrapping over it. The only thing is with this car, it makes more power, a lot more power if you do long tube headers. The only thing is, one, they're like $4,000. And then 2, it kills the sound. It actually makes it more of like a Viper V10 sound.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like, maybe how Subaru had the unequal length and the equal length pedals. I know exactly what you mean. So
it's a little trade-off that you have. Like if you want the more power, you're gonna lose the F1 sound. So I mean, I'd rather have the F1 sound. Like it's not like I'm even it's a 4-door car. You know what I mean? I'm not going for track times or anything. So I'd rather keep the F1 sound. As the old car I had was black interior. This one is the Silverstone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely get into there soon, the inside.
So the only thing that I'm gonna swap out from the interior would be this wood grain dash. I have aluminum set, honestly. It's right here in the back seat, if I can show you this. Right here. So this aluminum ends up looking a lot better on the car. This is from my old car.
Okay, like
so and it'll go contrast with the white much better.
I'm not gonna lie though, I like the wood grain. I really do like the wood.
It's classy.
It's real classy. It looks nice. It's like OG BMW style.
Yeah, no, definitely. Full leather.
Full
everywhere.
leather. Top and bottom.
And then we got the heads-up display here, and we got the Alcantara headliner around the entire roof.
Okay.
So basically every option was ticked out. You obviously got the sunshades everywhere, front, back.
Yeah, see that. You need this, especially in anything 5 Series and up. This is
so
much
some
needed.
didn't come with that. It's definitely an option you would want to have.
Definitely, man.
Heated rear, both front active. Yeah, and so the seats are active seats. So the bolsters, like if you turn
I read about
on,
that. They hug you right here, right
so
here.
That's something that's not in the F10.
Yeah, I know. They said they got rid of it.
Yeah, so I don't know why they did. It's actually one of like my favorite parts about it. It's kind of like a gimmick because it's like, you know, it's a little bit delayed.
Yeah.
But it's still something cool to have though.
The seat, whoo man. Yeah, y'all be having these seats up close and personal.
So the first thing you'll notice obviously is like the leather feels much softer.
Yeah, I noticed that. It feels kind of like my brother's E39.
Yeah, no, the E39 has that quality too.
Yeah.
So, and you also got this around your head if you want to pull that, like on the other side too.
Like the little airplane type of seat thing.
So you get, it makes a difference. You could raise the headrest too. It's like the last switch on
last
the
of the real.
Yeah. So you see the large switch on your seat? The large one, just lift it up.
They all large to me, brother.
The last.
Oh yeah, it's like my F10. My old F10 was like that. Yeah, you get to move it up and down. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, when you start the car up, you obviously have to be in neutral.
Yeah.
So when you turn it on, obviously it's in neutral, and then you just move it over to the right. Pretty straightforward, like most M cars. Now, if you want to put it in drive, you would just move it over once, and you get like a drive symbol. Now on the SMG, it's complete trash.
Wait. Drive is
mode.
complete trash.
Drive mode is trash. Because like the software is like it's programmed to shift at like close to $4,000, so it's really outdated. Like that's where you.
But let me ask you this, right? Is that in it? Hold on. Is that to save the clutch or?
No, it's actually worse on the clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drive mode is worse on the clutch. So what you're supposed to do is just have it in manual mode.
So that's just how you drive M5.
Yeah, so you're always gonna be a manual mode. So now you obviously got the power button, DSC, and then you got EDC. Now this car is on coilover, so the EDC button doesn't even matter.
It's not even functional.
Now this is the shift speeds. I always have it in like the max setting. Now the only thing is you see how there's like a black switch right here? There's like a blank. So that is only when you have traction off. It gives you like the final setting, which is the one that like crazy. So that I have programmed with the M button right here. So when you do that, it gives you the 6th setting on the dash.
It turns traction control off. DSC is off. Everything is off.
Oh. That's the only time you can get that shift mode. And that's where it's like that's where the car is like crazy. Yeah. Like so like when we're in not M mode, like it'll just drive around, like take off right here. It's
I can feel it. I can feel it being a clutch, yeah.
Yeah, so you feel like, yeah, exactly, it's grabbing onto it, now it let go, and then when I take off again, it's gonna grab on.
Comfortable, yeah. It's like driving a manual.
Exactly. So it's a little herky-jerk if you're in traffic.
Yeah.
But I mean, what you'll see when I get on it, you'll see why, like, for at least most cars, especially this one, I mean, the way I drive it, like, it just depends on what type of driver you are. If all you're gonna do is cruise around in it, you're better off getting like an E63. This is more so like, it's only fun once you're actually going hard at it. Like if you're going 9 to 10 tenths, like that's where it's really fun.
That's where it's at.
Traction off, and that's where this car is the most fun. If you're like one of those safe type of drivers, then I don't recommend you buy it. Because I'm being dead serious.
The price for maintenance,
the maintenance is so much that it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
That makes 100% sense.
So as for maintenance, yeah, on my old car, literally, I mean, that one was a really low mileage car. I bought it with like 29,000 miles.
Okay.
For a 10-plus-year-old car, that's really low.
So you don't want to discuss what happened to that one?
I mean, let's just say it's like the last time I'll give my car out to somebody. You know what I mean? That's the last.
Listen, fair enough.
So
fair enough.
Shit happens, but that's all I'm gonna say. Like, you know what I mean? No, you can't do anything, can't change the past.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Fair enough.
So basically, 20,000 miles on that car, I daily drove it, and I beat the living hell out of it.
Yeah. And by the way, just to cut you off 1 second, right? If they want to find this car, because they're gonna be looking.
My Instagram is E60 M5, which stands for the color. It's silver gray.
Okay.
I do have a YouTube channel too. It's Road Racers. I don't usually post on there as much as I do on my Instagram. Yeah. But like, I'll definitely be posting like an update video when I'm on the car.
You're gonna have to, because they gonna want to see this.
Yeah. No,
they want to see it. So YouTube, Road Racers.
Road Racers.
Yeah, I seen you on there a while back. Maybe like when you had the white one.
I had the white one, and I had a Camaro
before.
Too. The Camaro actually, surprisingly, the Camaro did well.
Yeah.
It did better than the M5, even though I didn't like the car. Yeah. So, but the M5 did also pretty well. Like I just minor updates of what I was doing to the car, like LCI outlights and stuff like that. Just minor tips, tricks, how much this costs, that costs. You know what I mean? Just little informational shit. Yeah. But it adds up because not that many people know about it.
Exactly. And most people, they're
afraid of it.
The reason, that's exactly, and I think that's one of the reasons on why this would do so well.
Yeah.
Because if you really want to be honest with you, everybody likes watching stuff that they either can't do, they won't do, or they're scared to do.
Yeah, exactly. Something crazy.
Exactly. 100%. So, you know, when this was brand new, a lot of people couldn't get it.
Exactly.
Because of the price. Now it's low down on price, and a lot of people won't get it, or they're scared to get it because
or anything.
Exactly. They don't want to. Everybody wants to get the, you know, new lease, and they don't want to deal with the V10 and this, that, and the third. So they rather watch it. They want to see you. They want to see it. And then this car is so. It's so heavily talked about as being unreliable. Yeah. So they want to see, oh, this kid went out and bought a $15,000 M5. Exactly. You know, he wants the BMW for G price. Exactly. We're gonna watch him destroy it.
Exactly. And now, see, what I'm saying is there's two different types of cars. My white car, the purchase price of that car was higher,
but it was well sorted out.
No, that car that was all original. So I bought, it was a really low mileage, 29,000 miles, original clutch. It still had the original tires on it. It was the original owner's car. So the car was, and he never abused it. So the car was, it was an old guy. And that car, literally, so as it was picking up miles, it was becoming more so like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, because everything was original.
Exactly. So,
and you drove it a hell of a lot harder than he did.
Hell of a lot harder. Yeah, exactly. So I put 20,000 miles. When I had the car, it was 40. Like I had it up to 49,000 miles. Okay. And that's actually when the clutch went out. So I did the clutch. So that car was an 06. It was an earlier build. And that car had the failure on throwout bearings, like it was an earlier like model design flaw. Yeah. And it would get stuck if you would ever shift. Yeah, so you would shift and the car would like have the clutch stuck engaged. And it would just overheat. So it just cooked the entire clutch. So I was stranded, I mean not stranded, but I had to get it towed. It wasn't too bad. The only problem is the flywheel is really expensive. It's like $1,400 just for the flywheel. And
lightweight flywheel or just run-of-the-mill OEM?
OEM. I mean, whatever everybody tells me is to just stick with OEM on these cars. If you try doing something aftermarket and it breaks, the labor again is just
intensive.
It's so much extra work that it's just not worth it. We'll just end up going straight here. So like we'll be in like just a regular shift setting. So so I don't know if you found, so yeah, it's kind of slow. Yeah. So
it's like driving a manual.
Exactly. So with the ZF, you're a quick shift. You know what I mean? You're not feeling that hesitation.
Yeah, but it's so normal. You expect to not feel hesitation. Like this is more like drama right here. It's like Even
so you
down,
see how how the revs are just like
it revved up first.
Exactly, like it's ready to go, and then so now you feel how the car is. As soon as you press M mode, it like goes into a different map, so the car feels like a more alive.
You have the heated seats on?
No, I just no. If you want the heated, I got heated or cooled.
Cooled, I like the cool. We're gonna stick with the cool, brother. And these are the active seats right here.
Yeah, so the active seats are on. So now
I felt the clunk just now.
Yeah, so it definitely has a clunk to it.
Yeah.
And then with the seats, if you, I mean, we got to go around the corner for you to feel the seats pump.
The seats,
yeah, but it definitely feels more alive than like the newer cars. I would say, like especially the F10, because that car is so much heavier.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest downfall of it. Like the actual motor itself, all right, it doesn't sound good, but it makes crazy power. When nobody can lie, tuned downpipes on an F10 is gonna smoke
tuned
so
and
much
downpipes is 700 horse, almost right there. You go right there, 700 horse.
With this car, they get 700 horsepower. You got to drop 15,000 on a supercharger.
Mm-hmm.
So
build shit.
Exactly.
You got to know what you're doing to get 700 out of this.
Exactly. And then on top of that, you're messing around with the reliability of the car when you do that.
100%.
So, and then on top of that, when you supercharge this car, it changes the way the power delivers. So for some random reason, I mean, the guy who built this motor, obviously, at first my plan was to go lower compression and supercharge
add boost,
so I wanted to supercharge this in the beginning, and he completely shot down the idea. So he's worked on over, like I said, over 400 of them, and every single supercharger that he has worked on always has kinks. Like it's never running right.
Yeah. I mean, you've owned 2 of these cars, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing that I noticed about the E90 and E92. The V8s, they have rod bearings, stuff like that. But a lot of those issues are really kind of overhyped, if you want to be honest with you. I think all of them are overhyped.
Every single one. Every single one.
Yeah, it's like...
I didn't do rods on the other car. Literally all I did was brakes and oil change on my white car and the clutch, which is still... I mean, I would consider the clutch to be a wear and tear.
Yeah. Whereas, I mean, this probably wears out a little bit faster.
Much faster,
But I think people really get scared of these things because they hear horror stories, and I try to tell people, you know, more people are going to post when something goes wrong rather than when something goes right.
Like, why would anybody post on a forum saying my car worked perfectly fine as it's supposed to?
Exactly. No one's gonna. So a lot of people go, oh man, you get this, you're gonna have that problem or this problem, and
it's just the shit show on the forums. You type in E60 M5, broken engine exploding, bankruptcy, all that shit pops up underneath.
But that's for a lot of the cars, the M3s, the M5s, the E63 AMGs, the C63 I meant. They just, this problem, that problem,
head bolts, that.
The head bolts on the C63 I heard. But it's like, I mean, when you get such a high performance car for such a low price like that, you should kind of budget certain things out, you know? Just no regular Joe Schmo is gonna say, you know what, I want an E60 M5.
So what people get wrong is like, you can buy you can even buy a good condition car for like 15 grand.
Yeah.
With that 15 grand, you got to factor in like it's a $120,000 car at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And the parts haven't depreciated like that.
If anything, they probably went up.
They actually went up. The solenoids used to be $800.
Yeah. You think about it, production on these parts are what? Rare. So they're gonna raise the price up. That's the only way they could, you know, kind of make their money.
Exactly. So yeah, the solenoids that we were talking about, they were $800 like 4 years ago, and BMW themselves have raised the price up to $2,500.
I can only imagine. Like the rear diff for my car, that was $2,500, but somehow BMW lowered the price to about $6 something. So I just grabbed one ASAP, and I didn't know what to expect because this is my second rear wheel drive car I ever owned, and this is my first limited slip car I owned. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I'm learning as I go along. I don't make anybody think
over here, man, I'm not like, no matter, like, you might think I know a lot about this car, but that's just because I was a fanboy of this car.
No, you do know a lot. You know what I mean?
Compared to some people, I don't know shit.
Some people,
exactly.
But what I'm saying is, everybody has their own place.
Exactly.
You know, and I have my place where I'm at, you have your place where you're at. I knew probably 5% of the stuff that you told me today.
Gotcha.
About 5%. I knew that this was a stroker kit, 5.5. I know what the stroker motor entails and whatever the case may be on that. But as far as, you know, everything you told me, you know, like power-wise, maintenance, I had no clue. You know, and I feel like, I got to congratulate you on that because you went out and bought, and I seen a video, you paid cash for your first one. Yeah. Right? You went out and bought your first M5. Oh. Well, your first E60 M5. That
was a very dumb move that I did, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Because I bought that car without getting a PPI. I bought that car like...
You got balls, man.
Yeah, so that one took... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So now if I'm going to tell anybody else not to do that, obviously you should get a PPI.
Yeah.
that car, just by looking at it, I could tell how clean it was. It was like, and it was well overpriced. Like I got lowballed him, and I got a pretty good deal on the car.
Does this have warranty or?
So this one, yeah. So when he builds the stroker kit, he warranties the SMG and the engine because he built the SMG as well. So now this car has a unlimited mile warranty for 2 years. And you know what it is? He told me after you do the break-in, you're gonna do 2 oil changes, and then you can beat the living day shit out of the car every day you want. That's exactly. But he said you just have to have the oil on you because it does eat oil like a. So it's just like, you know what I mean? You just gotta take care of the other small first, and then you get
to the big stuff.
Exactly. But what it is you want to look out for a well-sorted one. Yeah. Don't go based off like, oh, you want your dream color, you want that, because that's what I did with the white one. I wanted a white on black car, and it was fully loaded just like this too, and it was low mileage. With that mileage concept, you should take it out of your head with like an older car like this. A 20,000 mile car could be worse than like a 150,000 mile car. Yeah, because you don't drive. It hasn't been driven. 1, it hasn't been driven. 2, you don't know what's been done to it. You'd rather get something with service records. Exactly. So you want something with service records or something getting done to it. Because all the parts are so expensive, you might as well take it on the previous owner's expense. Exactly. You know what I mean? So with this one now, I'm like, I have nothing to be like, you know what I mean? I'm just chilling with it because everything has been taken care of. And you have that peace of mind knowing that. Hold on, what's the guy again? Troy Jupe. Troy Jupe. I'm gonna put his Instagram or his Instagram or something. Yeah, definitely. So ahead, send me that because he's the man. Yeah. 2-year unlimited mile warranty for E60 M5. He's the man. On drivetrain components. That's worth what, 20 grand right there? Well, how much it cost for this? Just the motor itself is 20. Okay, so how much the whole kit? He charged me like 20 for everything. Okay, so 20 grand for a warranty alone is good. 20 grand for a stroker SMG warranty, a fully built SMG and a stroker, 20 grand plus 2-year warranty is even better. Yep. You know what I mean? He hooked that up, that's all I'm gonna say. Now the only thing is he does have a really long wait time. Well, I can only assume because he's doing it by himself. Exactly. Yeah. So, because he actually used to have somebody working with him before, and he let him build an engine and send it out, and the engine ended up exploding like 200 miles later because he didn't do it right. So, well, that's another thing. Exactly. So he has to do it himself. He knows that he did it. You trust him. The name is kind of like the Johnny Cochran firm, and then you have somebody else fighting for you. Exactly. You're like, what the hell? Where's Johnny Cochran? You get what I'm saying? Exactly. So he has to do it himself. So because of that, you just have to remember, like, it's gonna take time. Yeah, which is acceptable. Exactly. If you want the quality job done, exactly, you're gonna have to wait for it. But yeah, I can't complain with it. Yeah. Like, it's a complete different monster. God damn! Yo, this just feels like, it sounds like a Lambo, bro. Yo. But you feel like the little herky jerk when you're slowing down. But the shifts was on point. When you're doing like, full throttle, it kicks. That's where it's like the car is really in its, like, it wants to go. It's the whole package. It is. It's the whole package. Which is why I think it's an amazing deal, man. Yeah, because it's like, you have power, you're in power, and then it's like, it's time to shift, and then shift is a whole other crazy feeling, you know what I mean? So it's like, the power is a crazy feeling. When you shift, it's crazy. When it breaks out, it's crazy. You're like the F80s. Sound is crazy. Yeah, like, it's just like the whole package, the F80s, the F10s, you go in it knowing, like, this is fast, you know what I mean? But this thing is like, this is fast, wild, crazy. There's a police officer right there. Jeez. Think he's gonna turn around? So now, yeah, this car has 92,000 miles on the body. And it is clean. Yeah, so this was one of his personal cars. Yo, honestly, my neck hurts a little bit. I'm telling you, you gotta get used to it. It does hurt. No, just to top it off, it rides so well too. This is on coilovers, so you can imagine a stock suspension. So funny, I forgot about that until you just mentioned it. That is on coilovers. So it's actually, this is stiffer than what it's supposed to be, which is like, so a stock one rides amazing. But I like this. Yo, sounds like a and once you get over like 4 or 5 grand, it starts like popping on downshift. Yo, this is fast. This is a fast
car.
Yeah, man,
This is a fast car right here.
when you're talking over 600 naturally aspirated, it's like it hits.
Wait, this is over 600 naturally aspirated.
600 naturally aspirated, and this is like his mid-level kit.
God damn it.
Like he has the higher versions of it as well, which like I was saying 6
Hey,
liters.
you let somebody borrow this?
No, I let him borrow the regular.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Hell
you
no.
crazy, man.
The way this car kicks out, like it's not even worth
Bro,
even. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say, you let somebody borrow this. You are on cocaine.
It's like it's just it's like trouble to just handle the car.
Yeah.
Because it's always kicking out.
Yeah.
You could do second gear. You could do even the big, like if you do it in third in the power band, it's gonna kick out.
It's gonna kick.
And the nice thing is, I mean, the car just. My favorite part is the suspension, honestly.
I think I was being too stiff on my neck. I see why this has this, honestly.
Yeah. No. So then I just go slowly, like just to hear the sound.
It's just insane. Oh my God, this thing sounds crazy, man. Yo, wow.
But it feels alive, like it's always wanting to jump.
It's always ready to.
Yeah.
Was that $9,000? Wait, what was that?
Yeah, so this car has the raised, so since it's a stroker, it has a raised rev limiter. I've had it at 8,800. That's what I've seen from my own eyes. It gets up to 8,800.
I think I could walk from up here somewhere, right? I can make it to my car, right? Damn it, man.
So basically this car, yeah, 8,800 was the highest I've ever seen it shift at. But he's actually making, like, so usually he goes with a like a larger stroker build.
Okay.
So with this car, I mean, like he has another car he's building right now. He actually decreased the size of the motor. Like he decreased it. He went to 4.6 liters.
So he can raise it even higher?
Yeah, so he wants to go for an 11K redline.
Okay. Well,
So something like a bike type.
Troy is on drugs.
I mean? Yeah, he's crazy, man.
Troy's
He's
on drugs.
crazy.
Okay, we could say that. But it's the good kind of drug.
Exactly.
You know,
it's the fun drug.
When you turn out kits like this,
man.
Troy, I don't know who you are, but good job.
Yeah, man, he did it right. That's what it is.
Let me explain to you why I keep saying God damn it, right? Because I have a certain car, and then I ride in one of my buddy's cars, and I go, wow, you know what? I need this in my life. I need an M55 electronic wastegate, upgraded this, upgraded that. I need that, right? Get that. Riding F10 M5. Yo, I need an F10 M5. You know what I mean? I really start saving up. I'm gonna get an M5, I'm gonna get an M6, I'm gonna get a something, right? Something crazy. Riding this, and you're like, yo, you know what? I give up. I don't know what I want. I really don't know what I want.
Are endless,
exactly. I
so
don't
many
know
good
what I want.
Yeah. It's just raw. That's if you want to say it, but it's like raw with a business suit on it, and it's comfortable too.
That's the raw setup. Is really raw. The GoPro died, so
it's all right. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's basically like a Gallardo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a rear-wheel drive Gallardo with 4 doors. That's all it is.
Yo, and it does. It puts the power down.
It moves,
pretty good.
And with the stroke, if you do end up getting one, I mean, yeah, you can get one cheap, but you're better off spending more money up front, getting one that has everything sorted out already.
Exactly,
you know
makes
sense.
sense.
Get the major jobs done already out the way. That way you don't have to have a headache over it. Because one thing, again, you can't just take it to a regular Joe Schmo to go get the car
Exactly.
fixed.
You have to take it to somebody
who knows how to do it. And the amount of people that know how to do it are, I mean...
Now, we talked about all the good.
Bad.
But I know that, well, yeah, the bad is the meaning too. But there's one thing that I hate about this car. It's all older BMWs I hate, and that's the iDrive, bro. Tell me what
iDrive. Okay, so look, actually, let me see if I can find the other piece back here. I can't find it right now, but this iDrive piece itself, honestly, it went bad, like surprising, like this week. So it makes like a weird noise when you're like turning it around. Yeah. So I got another piece. Like I literally, you just have to take the dash out and then take this piece out, and then just swap out the bottom piece. It's like a weird noise. It still works perfectly fine, but that noise is just kind of annoying. One thing I do like is the finish, though. Like it feels more official. I don't know, compared to the newer series, it feels.
Oh, it does.
It feels nice. So now, when it's working properly, it has a sense, like it has a pressure to it, so it'll spin and then make a click. Like instead of making that noise, it'll stop on pressure. Like so, if this is ending, like it would make a click.
I got you.
And it's like a really nice feeling. Like it feels like luxury quality, obviously, when it's working.
Like kind of like Lexus mouse. I don't know if you ever felt that before.
Yeah, you know what you're talking about. Yeah. So yeah, the iDrive is pretty trash, honestly.
Yeah, I see it's
you see the miles per gallon on our entire drive. We did 6.5 miles per gallon.
Well, damn.
So
God damn.
What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah, right.
So the main setting you would obviously look for is just M-Drive. So it's S6, that's for the shift settings. EDC doesn't matter because it's on coils.
Yeah.
DSC off, obviously. P500 Sport, which is basically
P600 Sport.
With this one, it'd be like P630 Sport. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. Backrest Sport, so it automatic. So when you do it, it automatically goes into that mode for you.
Wow.
And then heads-up display. So the heads-up display on this is there's two different. Yeah, they can see it now.
That's the M.
Yeah, so that's the M mode.
Gotcha.
So I have it in M mode display the entire time.
Yeah,
so
because it doesn't make any sense to not have it. Yeah.
Because other than that, it would just be like an actual speed. Like
Yeah, mine is just a speed.
So I was like, you better have the whole RPM.
Yeah, it looks
cool.
better. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
So
you drive this. I mean, you might as well.
Exactly.
This is my favorite thing. The DSC button.
Yep.
You ever notice that everything in this car, when you turn the traction control off, anything, it has an exclamation point at it. Like, it's like, it's almost like
something's going on.
Yeah, it's
man.
like, uh-oh. Like, it has two.
Right
Look,
one, 1, 2,
yeah,
3,
it's like,
4.
it's like, I just want to let you know that.
M button up on the dash.
Yeah,
too,
exactly. Like,
and then on the heads-up display, it gives you a warning, too. Like, it's telling you everything is off.
It's saying, like, I just want to let you know.
And the whole passengers, everybody knows that something's about to come. Something
you
like
Westchester, right?
Yeah, I'm Westchester.
Yeah, I go up to Westchester. You got any spots up there?
Definitely up there, yeah.
Listen. Mark my words,
Mexico.
Westchester. We get Mexico.
Mexico.
My bad.
Westchester.
Yeah. We're going to go to Mexico. Westchester, Mexico. You got your passport?
Yeah, man.
I'm ready, man. We're going to lock it in. We're going to see,
this
man.
Summer, man.
Yo, definitely. But nice hanging out with you.
Yeah, man. It was nice.
Definitely start posting some stuff up on YouTube, man. Because
I'm
going to send as many people as I can. I'm telling, like, listen, make this guy, go on his Instagram, tell this guy, listen, you gotta, well, actually on your IG, you stay pretty updated.
I post on IG.
Yeah, you say, I think you have like 10K.
I actually I think I hit like, I don't even know what I hit. I was at like 14K.
Exactly. So you active on IG.
Yeah.
SG.M5.
SG underscore. Yeah.
SG underscore. I could have sworn I seen a dot, but I believe you.
Yeah.
SG underscore M5.
Yeah.
Road Racers on the YouTube.
Yep.
He gonna be starting to post a little bit more videos on this thing.
Yep, for sure.
Definitely. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta put some ice on it, charge up the GoPro, and then get back to regular life.